Welcome back to another episode of the Never Early Podcast. My name is Mike.
And my name is Gary.
And today's episode, we're going to be talking about spooky stories.
Ooh.
Oh, spooky.
So do you have any spooky stories?
Do I have any spooky stories? Before we start with the spooky stories, bro, do you believe in ghosts or spirits? What's your input on that?
I don't really believe it until I see it, but I'm not gonna say outright that I'm just a non-believer of it. It's just that nothing's really ever happened to me before.
Gotcha.
So what about you?
Me personally, yes, I believe. So I don't believe in the concept of ghosts, but I do believe in spirits. And there's a difference. To me, there's a difference. So ghosts is made by Hollywood, right? Spirits is actually a being, I believe, not saying that I don't know this is the true definition or not. I believe that spirits are people that have already passed away, but are still on Earth. And it's like they can't seem to let go of Earth or what's or of the worldly possessions.
Yeah, basically they haven't moved on.
Yeah, and when I think about that definition, like spirits, it's kind of depressing, bro. Like honestly, like I don't know if you're religious or not. I'm not religious either, but I am a Christian. My faith is through my heart.
Yeah,
you know. And I remember Timothy De La Ghetto had said something that really,
funny, dude.
Yeah. Like, and me personally, I believe that religion tells you what to do in order to get closer to God. But I think that God wants you to come to God. I don't know if you like see the difference there.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Basically, now do you believe in Jesus Christ then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you believe in that God?
No, I believe in God. God bestowed his only son down to earth in order to die for our sins.
Yeah. Because for me, I just believe in a higher being.
Higher being. Okay.
Yeah. Just because it's like, who am I to say that, okay, 1 billion people, over there believes in this God, 1 billion people over here believes in that God. I just don't believe that there's like a certain God, nor do I believe that there's multiple, Yeah. Maybe there's like a few or something, but at the end of the day, I just believe in a higher being, and this is all made up.
No,
and from my perspective.
From your perspective, yeah. And we're all entitled to our own opinions.
Yeah.
So, but let's not make this about religion, guys. This is about spooky stories.
Yes.
Okay. So, I don't know if
I'm looking. I don't think it picks it up.
Okay, that's good. As long as it's not picking it up. So for those that are confused, like why we came to a pause is because there are cars in the streets and they're playing loud music.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, it is St. Patrick's Day. Also, now, have you ever heard of sleep paralysis, Bo?
Yes. I've heard of friends having it, but I've never had it before. And
I hope that you never have it, bro.
Why?
Because it's one of the most scariest feelings ever.
So what happened?
Okay, so I've had sleep paralysis twice, and I remember them both. The second one wasn't as scary, but the first one was extremely scary. I remember this because I was in middle school. So me and my little brother in middle school in like the 5th or 6th grade, like we lived in the same room, but we had bunk beds. And my fat ass slept on the top. I don't know why I wasn't on the bottom, but I was on the top. And I remember waking up and I'm looking at the ceiling. Okay. And then I'm trying to get up, so I'm gonna go brush my teeth, start my day, and I just couldn't move at all, bro.
Yeah.
I tried to move every muscle in my body, but I couldn't just move at all. So I'm looking around, and then I'm trying to speak, and then like I can't speak either. I can only remember words. So I'm on the top of my bed. My little brother's name is Tony. I'm like Tony. I'm trying to say Tony, but it comes off like Tony. And so I'm like, oh shit, bro, this is so scary. I thought like a spirit was on top of me or something like that.
You could easily have a panic attack over that.
Yeah. So, and then afterwards, after a while, I just like gave up. I'm like, let me close my eyes. So I'm closing my eyes and I'm like, let me just go back to sleep. Maybe this is a dream. And then after like 5 or 10 minutes of not being able to fall back asleep, I opened my eyes back up and I saw like a shadow figure right on top of me. Like legit, like if you look behind you, your shadow literally right on top of me. So I'm thinking, oh, bro, this is my last day on earth, bro. I felt like I was gonna die. Like, I swear, I felt like I was gonna die. And I felt like this amount of pressure just pushing me down towards my bed even more.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was my. And then I went back, and then I closed my eyes, went back to sleep, woke up, and I'm just like, fucking, like, what the fuck just happened,
bro?
So I don't know if it was a dream or not, but it felt real. I would like to say I did go through sleep paralysis, and I went through it again. But yeah, that was a really scary time for me. And that's what I'm saying. I hope you never go through something like this because,
I've been through something a little similar.
And what is that?
Lucid dreaming.
What's that?
So lucid dreaming.
This is water, by the way, guys. Drink water.
So lucid dreaming is basically the state of you knowing that you're in a dream, but you can't get out of it. So you know that you're dreaming, so you're conscious while you're dreaming, but you can't get out of your dream state. That's the thing. And I remember waking up in New York City, Manhattan, and I was like, this doesn't feel real. I don't know why, but I know this is a dream. So that I just started doing a bunch of shit and just like fucking with people. And I remember being able to teleport and using like ice powers.
Oh, that's
it was so weird. Like I was like 7 or 8, and I was like, man, this is like GTA, you know? This is like real life GTA, and everybody has like there's a reaction to it. So I was just like freezing people, just like pushing people over for fun.
Wow, this
and then
fuck.
Yeah, but you know what's weird was that after a while, I'm just like, this is not right. Okay, I was like, this was a lot of fun, but I can't get out of this. Like, how do I teleport out of this dream state? So I kept shaking my head over and over and over again. And I remember my mom just waking me up, was like, are you okay? You've been shaking your head and just talking gibberish for like the past like 10 minutes.
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. So lucid dreaming is a real thing. Also, if you want to lucid dream, there are ways to where you can trick your brain into lucid dreaming.
Well, why would anyone want to do that, though?
It's kind of like, why do people like to trip on mushrooms? You go into a different reality.
I mean, I can't.
It's like going into the Matrix.
Really?
Yeah.
Kids don't do mushrooms to go to the Matrix. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Not worth it. But that's wild.
Yeah.
So you know you're in a dream, but you can't leave the dream.
Exactly.
So you could have done anything you wanted.
Mm-hmm. In that dream.
You could teleport. You could have turned people to ice, you said?
Yeah. It was so weird, bro.
And there's so many
Teleporting
things
was the best part, dude.
So,
and you can literally just like, I was like just testing each room out. Like I remember being in my parents' apartment, and then I was just like unlocking the neighbors' doors and everything, or just going through it, phasing through it. And it was so weird. Like people were in there cooking, taking care of their kids. Like it felt so vivid and real.
But like you could have, how old were you when this happened?
Like 7 or 8.
Oh, 7 or 8. Yeah, then you probably didn't know much. I'm like, you could have done a whole bunch of stuff, but at 7 or 8, then you probably wouldn't know much to do or begin with. Okay, so yeah.
Like what kind of stuff you thinking?
I thought you was maybe like in high school or some shit like that. I'm like, bro, there's so much you could have done. But you was just like freezing people and then teleporting.
Yeah, I mean that's a 7, 8-year-old's dream. Okay, just to teleport.
Whoa, that's maybe not the freezing people part, but.
I don't remember what movie I watched beforehand.
Yeah, that could have been a reason why too, bro.
Like, why did I only have that power? No, I don't think it was that one.
The ice guy, yeah. Ship. Freeze! All right, bro, now on to the third question. Story time. Give an example of a time where a supernatural has happened to you or something weird you have heard or seen.
Where a supernatural has happened to you or something weird
heard or seen. So I'll start off. So when I was younger, so this is a spirit story, by the way. Some people can refer it to ghosts, but I refer it to spirit. So this also happened when I was in middle school.
Okay.
So I used to live in South Philadelphia on near 10th and Oregon, and in around that community, we play football in the streets a lot, right? So one day we were playing football, and I think one of the kids threw the football, and I left my window in my house upstairs open. So the kid threw the football into my room by accident.
Okay.
And I go and get the ball, right? So I walk upstairs. And so just to give you guys like a vivid image, right? So 2-story house, the second story, 2 windows, one was opened. So as soon as you enter my house, you're facing the stairs, right? And when you go up the stairs, there's a room in the back, which is where my grandfather was living. R.I.P. to my grandfather. And then directly on the left corner, like right by the steps, is the bathroom. And then to the left of the bathroom is where my mom and dad bedroom was. And then in the far back, where the window was open, that is where the football landed. And if you're going up the stairs and you're about to go to the back of the back where my room was at, to the left of my room there is a small little closet. And then it was one of those the closets where you open, you slide the doors.
Yeah.
So the door was cracked. There was a big crack, right? So when I climb up to the top of the steps, I just felt chills. I don't know where the chills came from, but I felt the chills. So as a kid, I'm like, okay, let me grab the football, run to the top of the stairs. I'm like, what the fuck was that? Anyways, so I run past the little closet thing, right? Mm-hmm. And I just felt like a really eerie feeling when I had ran past. I go into the room, grab the football, and I'm sprinting out. So as I'm sprinting out, so the closet is to the right. Mm-hmm. As I'm sprinting out, I see like something like reddish and orangey in the corner of my eye. Okay. So I come back, right, and I'm looking in the crack, bro, and I swear it was a face of a gargoyle, but it was like red and orange. I don't know how to explain it to you, but it was a face of a gargoyle, like reddish and orange. I thought it was like a oni or demon, but when I looked up like demon face like demons, and it showed me a picture that was very close to what I seen, and it was a gargoyle, but the face was red and orange. Dang. So I'm scared shitless. I go back downstairs, run out, and I just play football, and that was it. Yeah, that was like the most. And man. I remember it till this day because it was a moment where I was like, I couldn't explain why I seen that. When I went back up there, I rechecked the closet. It was nothing in there. No toys, no paintings, no comics, nothing like that. And yeah,
what movie did you watch the night before?
I don't know, bro. Honestly, it could have been a movie, but I remember when I was looking into that closet, looking at that gargoyle's face. It was looking at me as if like it knew that like it's going to be with me for the rest of my life. It was just something. It's that feeling. It's like it's always going to follow me. Yeah. And I don't know if it's to this day if it's still following me or not. But it looked like it was like it's like yeah, I'm here to stay. And I'm like, okay. So I just fucking jolted out my house and went downstairs and played football. And I like never like really talked about this. And yeah, so that was one of the moments where I was like, what the fuck?
Maybe by stay, he means staying at the house.
Yeah, too. Yeah, but I'm not really worried anymore because I believe in God because God is always watching over me.
Yeah.
God did.
God did.
But and then also, have you ever experienced deja vu?
Yeah. Deja vu is so weird, man.
It is, bro.
Like, I don't really understand it. Like, a part of me thinks that there's just a bunch of universes of us that it's all on different times. Mm-hmm. So I think that there's a past us, a present us, future us, all like just in different universes.
Talk to the mic.
Yeah, you can hear us.
My guy's like over here while the mic is trying to pick it up.
But it's like, yeah, I just don't understand how deja vu works.
Bro, you gotta speak into the mic because the mic can only pick up like.
Okay, because I do see that still.
I know, but it's not gonna be as clear.
Okay. But yeah. I don't know. That's my take on deja vu.
Has ever happened to you?
Yeah, all the time.
Really? All the time?
Yeah, all the time. All the time. It's kind of weird.
Hey, what's an example?
Like just say for example, the most recent one's like a few weeks ago. I just remembered us. Like I just was really busy for the week, so I didn't really think about it much. And then just like something popped in my head. It's like, hey, you knew that this was going to happen, and it did happen. And I'm just like, whoa, part of it hasn't even happened yet. And I already know that that's going to be the outcome. It's so you can
weird. Predict the lottery numbers then.
I wish my deja vu was going towards lottery, man. That would be nice, dude. But then again, I think about it and I was like, those things that I was about to do, it's kind of habitual anyways. So it's not like a luck thing. It's more of like me going out of my way to do it anyways. So, yeah.
Yeah, like that happened to me once as well. Like I used to live in South Philly. Before I moved into this house, I used to live at 2536 South 10th Street, which is where the paranormal activity happened with the gargoyle face. But before that, I lived towards Snyder at 1836 Mifflin Street. And before I moved into that house, which is the house with the gargoyle, for some reason I knew the layout of the house already. I knew how the house was going to look. As soon
before
as I
moved in?
Before I moved in, yeah. And
That's
so
creepy.
when I walked in, I'm like, why does it feel like I've already been here?
Yo, do you think that it's because that gargoyle is possessing you? Because he already has the knowledge of the layout?
I don't know, bro.
That's kind of like, it would make sense, you know what I mean? Like to know the full layout of it.
I don't know, bro. I just felt like when I walked into that house, like I knew where the furniture was going to be. And it was there exactly. The TV wasn't the same. The TV, when I had pictured, the TV was a lot bigger, but the TV was still in the same place. Yeah. I knew that my bedroom, me and my younger brother's bedroom was going to be in the back. Grandfather's going to be straight back. And yeah, it just felt so weird, bro.
Bro, have you heard about like these conspiracy theories of like, you know the brand Fruit of the Loom?
Yeah.
You know how, okay, do you remember what the brand looks like? What the logo looked like?
Yeah.
No. It was like a bunch of fruit, kind of like a Thanksgiving feast.
Yeah.
Right? With like a, what is it called? Capricorn or whatever?
Capricorn.
Not Capricorn, a cap something. What is that thing where, I don't know what's it called, but it's basically like a little triangular, round, circular thing where you put like fruits and stuff in there.
Bro, please, speaking to the mic, bro.
I don't remember what it's called.
I gotta look this up, bro. Now you making me paranoid.
Because I remember specifically that logo having that piece in there, but apparently it's not a thing. That's what the government's telling us.
This was it, right?
See, I remember it being like this, but the government is telling us it's always been like this. And I was like, yo, I used to have underwears like that.
I did remember it was like this. So why?
Right.
But why is the government telling us to?
Dude, I'm telling you.
Cornucopia?
That's what it's called, cornucopia.
But
it's like my first time using that word.
Me too, yeah.
Cornucopia.
The great Fruit of the Loom logo mystery is solved. The internet is good for plenty of things, but perhaps its most underrated value is its ability to turn an absolute nothing burger of a question into a worldwide search for truth.
That's because everybody remembered it.
Yeah. Okay, we just get to the point where they tell us, suppose that it received hundreds of email. Wrong or right, maybe Fruit of the Loom should be considered a rebrand. The fact that they chose a cornucopia over plate when plates are most frequently it's like idea scheme. No, I do know what you're talking about. I do remember this though, bro. Yeah. I do remember that.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That's so weird, man. Things like that.
But is that big of a deal though?
Here's the thing. If the government's trying to hide
something,
like,
it's
something
like you gotta
like
think
that,
about like why they're trying to hide it.
And also like what else are they hiding? Or if we're like the test subjects.
Bro, we already know what they're hiding, but they're hiding a bunch of. They're never gonna.
Here's the thing. I think we're just test subjects on them to do a lot of things.
That is true.
And this is one of them. They just want to test to see if like we realize.
Yeah.
And if majority of people don't realize, then they can get off with like other stuff in the future.
Okay.
So that's just my thought on it. That'd be crazy though.
That would be crazy. Yeah. All right, and this is the last question for today's podcast. Do you think there is anything after life? Oh.
I would like to think that there are things after life, but personally, I don't care if there's anything after life because while I'm on this earth, I just want to live my best moments while I'm alive. And afterwards, if we don't have an afterlife, I'm fine with that because that's what truly makes life wonderful is knowing that you have an expiration date and you perish into the world of nothingness and you lived.
No, first of all, speak on your behalf. Don't speak on my behalf. That's what he thinks, but continue.
What do you mean?
I believe there's an afterlife.
Yeah, no, I've been talking about it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying like after this, there's nothing. Like there's nothing after this.
No, I said even if that's
Yeah. Okay, I apologize. I'm sorry.
Even if there's nothing afterwards, that's what's so great about life itself. When you go through the bad or good, that's life. And if there really isn't nothing afterwards, at least you're living life. So that's my take on it.
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
What about you? Do you believe?
Me personally, yes. I would hope to think that I'm going to heaven. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure. I mean, God knows where my heart is at. And I don't know how many mistakes I will make later in the future, but I know is like what I can control and change now. But after this life, I would like to be in heaven.
Okay.
And if God's like, yo, I'm gonna reincarnate you to a pigeon, I'm like, all right, whatever, man.
Okay.
Turn me into a pigeon.
Now here's something that I always ask Christian people.
Sure,
okay?
Go for it.
Is that okay? If you do believe that there's an afterlife and you do get reincarnated or you go to heaven, whatnot, do you believe animals have that too, or do you only think humans have it?
I don't know, honestly. I can't answer that. I really don't know.
Because majority of people would say, I don't know if they mean that truthfully, but they're like, yeah, my animals are definitely going to go to heaven too, okay? I was like, oh, your animals. All dogs go to heaven,
by the way. Now that I'm okay.
See, to me, when people say things like that, what Mike just said is what majority of people tell me because they also have a dog or a cat. It makes me really wonder, like, wow, there are billions and billions of animals and humans on this earth. And we're just, like, as time goes on, there's more and more. So what you're saying is that every single living being should go to heaven or hell.
They should, yeah.
So that you do believe that even an ant has a heaven or hell.
Why not?
Yeah, exactly. Why not? But here's the thing. Even though that they're saying that, majority of people that say that don't even believe it themselves, okay? Because us as humans, we're selfish and greedy.
That is
and
true.
We only like to think us as humans get that privilege for some reason.
That's why, that's why the flesh is weak. That's why when you die, your body rots, but not your soul.
Yeah, I mean,
see, my soul. I would like my soul to go to heaven. Me personally.
Then you and the other trillions of things on this planet all have a soul. Then
yes, 100%. That's why, Gary, when you have sex with a bunch of women, that's why they always come back after you because they're all connected to you soulfully. No, I'm just kidding.
Do you believe in that though?
I do too. I 100%
You do believe in that?
I believe that everyone that you come in contact with you, whether it be sexually, spiritually, they have some kind of connection towards your soul.
Yeah.
It could be good, it could be bad. It just depends on what kind of relationship you have with that person, what you've done with that person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Please like, subscribe, and comment. Let's give them a question. Let's give them a question.
Do you believe in spirits? And if so, why? And if you have any stories that you want to share with us about the supernatural, by all means, comment below. We would love to hear about it.
Love to hear it.
And yeah, that's about it.
Yep.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. All right.
Thank you. Peace out.